It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News on this, the 18th day of October. This is National Chocolate Cupcake Day, folks. A big fat guy like me, that's a big day for me. Looking forward to this week. We're going to try something here in just a couple seconds from the horizon. Pittsburgh Jason, of course, Jason Garland, and Cindy Lee, who I can never pronounce her last name, are on board the horizon this week. Thursday, we've got a special guest coming in. We're going to talk about some river cruises, and maybe Friday we're going to have Pete with us. In the news today, MSC to pay River Cruise Line $2.7 million on that wreck in Venice, if you remember from some time ago. And then a sweet offer from MSC and something that all of you guys need to be aware of. This and more today at 11. And cruise ships sailing today. This is another busy week for us in the restart of cruising out in Los Angeles, Long Beach. The Carnival Miracle sails, Los Angeles, St. Pedro, the Grand Princess sails. From Miami, Freedom of the Seas sailing on a 4-nighter, Crystal Serenity on a 7-nighter, Carnival Sunrise on a 5-nighter, Celebrity Summit on a 5-nighter. Up in Port Canaveral, Mariner of the Seas on a 4-nighter, Disney Dream on a 4-nighter, and out in San Diego, the Disney Wonder on a 4-nighter. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to see if this is going to work. You never can tell, but coming to you live this morning from on board the Carnival Horizon is Jason Garland. Jason, welcome back to
Chillie. Thanks for having me.
What's happening on the horizon?
Well, so I'm at the Red Front Rum Bar, and it's amazing. So we're having a great time. This is our second sea day, and I'll tell you what, the food one here is definitely a 9 out of 10 now. They definitely fixed it. It's amazing. I can't believe it.
Have you been able to run into Cindy yet?
No, I haven't seen Cindy. Well, she's in the fan club, as you know, but
yeah.
It's just like you're not allowed in there. You have like wristband or something to get in there. But I mean, it's day 2 and I'm 8, so we have a lot of time yet.
Yeah. You go into Aruba tomorrow, is that correct?
Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow. Yeah.
What do you have planned for tomorrow?
Where are we going tomorrow, Jen?
Hi, Jen.
We're going to Aruba.
Yeah.
But what's the resort? You don't remember?
It's Renaissance Island.
Oh, Renaissance Island. Yeah, Renaissance Island is amazing. It has the flamingos.
We're going to swim with flamingos.
We're going to swim with flamingos. Wow.
All right. We got to have some pictures on that one.
Oh, don't worry.
So you can keep up with Hot Air Tom and his exploits.
Hot Air Tom is amazing. I love him.
I will tell you, I have spent a good bit of this morning looking at cruises in late February and early March. I'm about ready to start booking something.
I think you're going to be really excited when you get on a cruise because you haven't been on one in a long time. You know what I mean? It's like you can't. There's no way to explain it. You know what I mean?
Yep. I am so looking forward to it, and I'm getting a whole lot closer now. I can feel it in my bones.
I'm really happy for you, Chillie.
All right. Well, I thank you for taking some time and give us a quick report from on the horizon. Yep. You guys have a terrific time. Have fun in Aruba.
Thanks so much.
That's a beautiful spot. And I'll catch up with you later on in the week.
Yep.
Thanks, Jason and Jennifer. You guys have a cocktail.
Yep.
See you later. All right, that was Jason Garland. Something worked right for a change. What do you know about that? He's from On the Horizon. Okay. Now, from our buddy down in Cozumel from Elizabeth on Location, I used this on Saturday, folks, and nobody wasn't much in the way of guessing, but this is the Name Your Port from Elizabeth on Location down in Cozumel, and feel free to stick some some answers in the chat room. And so we'll see what happens on that. Now, all right. Now, what else have I got to do this morning here? I did say that it's National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Did I not? Oh, that's a huge day for me. My goodness. And of course, I should have flashed this up while we had Jason on there. Cindy is up there someplace in the stratosphere on the horizon. And that to me looks like a bunch of ladies that are misbehaving, but far be it from me to say anything about that. Anyway, so here's what we're trying to do here this morning, folks. Our main story today is, of course, not a good one, and it's on the MSC opera. Remember way back when? By the way, there's nothing in the weather forecast. Nothing. Any zero, which is a good sign. We got, 8 days left in the hurricane season, and nothing on the horizon, nothing coming down the tubes. It looks good. All right. Main story this morning, a ruling was handed down by the High Court of England will make MSC pay river cruise operator Uniworld $2.7 million after at least $2.7 million after the 2019 collision in Venice. The accident garnered worldwide media attention. Remember when the footage surfaced on social media of an MSC cruise ship crashing into the river ship? That was just awful footage, and that's what that picture is taken from. June 2nd, 2019, the MSC Opera lost control while preparing to dock in Venice, causing the vessel to crash into the Uniworld's River Countess while moored at the San Basilio Pier in the Giudecca Canal. 2 tugboats tried to intercept the ship, but it was too late. The verdict handed down by Justice Andrew Baker puts MSC on the line for initial costs related to the accident and a potential $8.7 million in additional lost revenue and related fees. So they got to pay at least $2.7 million, could be up to $8.7 million for that sucker. That's awful for them. All right. We do have some good news from MSC. Okay, I was just checking over here. I'm trying to train my second computer to show me comments that come up on Facebook that I never do see in our chat room. So my oxygen's trying to fall off my head this morning. And by the way, like I told Jason, I started looking at some cruises today. I'm getting really close now to making my first move on getting back on a cruise ship. Getting very close. All right. The good story today on MSC. MSC is offering balcony cabins starting at $169 per person on cruises from Florida for 2021 and 2022. The cruise line has 2 ships sailing from Florida, the Meraviglia from Miami and the Divina from Port Canaveral. And I think they flip-flop back and forth. Both are going to sail from both places sometime during this period. MSC Cruises' current cruise deals include get a balcony cabin for the price of an ocean view. Balcony cabins start at $169 per person. Kids sail free on select cruises and good on cruises through 2021 and 2022. The offer is valid through November 3rd, 2021 for cruises that depart through October of 2022. The lead rate of $169 is for category B1, that's a Bella balcony, and applicable MSC Divina and MSC Meraviglia on select 3-night cruises. Kids 17 and under sail free on select cruises when sailing as third or fourth guests in the stateroom. For complete terms and details of the latest sale from MSC, visit msccruisesusa.com or contact your local travel professional if you have an agent to use. Okay? Now, the interesting thing about that, and folks, this is one of, be perfectly honest, one of the things I'm looking at. You guys all know that I want to go on an MSC cruise to try it out. So I first started looking at 3-dayers. I don't know that I like a 3-dayer, but I mean, that's cheap. That's dirt cheap. But then here's what I found out. Okay. There is a 11-nighter on the Meraviglia, and that sails from Port Canaveral on March the 6th. Okay. I don't really much care about the itinerary, but that's an 11-night cruise. The thing that I found interesting about it, there is no single supplement. If you're a solo cruiser, the price is what you're going to pay solo. So if you book a solo cruise on the Meraviglia and book an ocean view for 11 nights, it's $639. Zero single supplement. The balcony for 11 nights is $1,009. Now, yeah, that's special deal on 3 nights is $169. I don't know if solo. I did not look to see if solo, if solo goes for that. Let's see if I can pull that up while I'm over here. Let me see if I can find a 3-nighter, Meraviglia 11-night. That would be under Bahamas, 3-night, Meraviglia. Okay, that one's not $169, but it's only $199. So let's look at that. The $199 one, which has balconies at $209. So that's a little bit more than their cheapest. And that is the single supplement rate. Zero supplement add-on. So for $209, you can get a balcony solo. I'm telling you, that's MSC is right now is definitely a place to seriously consider going on some cruises. So I don't know. I have a feeling I'm playing checkers now between Port Canaveral and Miami and seeing what else I can combine with that. Maybe I'll do 2 or 3 back to back while I'm down there. I don't know. I've still got a lot of details to work out yet, folks. But MSC is going to be a part of what I do, mainly because they have the single supplement that I don't have to pay anything extra for. Carnival's 100%. Norwegian, there's not any special Norwegian deals out of Florida right now for solos. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm not one of those people, folks, to beat my chest on things. I just don't care for that stuff as some other folks in the space do. I'm going to beat my chest today. If you didn't see this yesterday, I thought it was cool as heck. But yesterday, while I was doing Cruise Amigos, I passed 1 million views on YouTube. Had no idea I was even close to such a thing. But I passed 1 million views yesterday. So feel pretty good about that. And that's because of all you guys. It had nothing to do with me. You guys are the ones that brought that into me. All right. Let's go see who's yelling at me today, or if not yelling. By the way, if you missed the show yesterday, it was so much fun. As on the Cruise Amigos, we had Janine Williamson, who's our lovely writer, that had just gotten off of the Celebrity Apex, and she is so much fun to tease with. And which I teased her mercifully, just awful. I was terrible the whole show. She loves it. But anyway, it's a good show. If you didn't get to see it, go back and watch it. Okay, Elizabeth Lewis is down in Cozumel. All right, so she's here. Tom Henry's here. Jack's from down in Conroe, Texas. By the way, folks, it was like 42 last night here. I had a sweatshirt on and everything. I was thinking about trying to figure out and deal with how I'm going to deal with long pants and jeans with this, since I'm permanently attached to the catheter now. I'd see I could have cursed there. I would have tended to do that anyway. But anyway, just figured out how I'm going to deal with long pants is an issue right at the moment. So I ended up putting on shorts today. I've got to go to my therapies this afternoon, but PT. So I got on shorts, and even though it's warming up a little bit, it's supposed to get up to about 70 today, or mid 60s. But 40 degrees last night. It was a little cold. So I turned to put the heat on. So Tom Henry wants to know how Jack's doctor visit went. Excellent. Jack is now officially cured of cancer. Congratulations on that from another cancer survivor. That obviously is terrific news for all of us in that sphere. We're glad to hear it, Jack. Tom Henry says, I would like some cream cheese and the chocolate cupcake, please. Yeah, what the hell? I said, you can have some cream cheese. Carol's with us. Hi, Chillie and gang. Everybody's saying hi back and forth. Tom Henry says, I forgot to watch the breakaway yesterday until 5:20, and it was past the bridge at that time. So I must have left pretty much on time. First cruise on time. Yeah, apparently somebody is getting the information out on what you have to do before you sail on the breakaway and go into Bermuda, because that certainly has stumped them for the first couple of cruises from there. Nikki's with us. Nikki loves Jason's glasses. I'll have to make sure Jason sees that. Carol says, come on, Chillie, book that cruise. Man, I tell you, when I get back from PT today, I'll be sitting right back here. I've got notes started over here because I'm now playing the checkerboard. I'm trying to figure out how much bang for my buck I can get, and where I want to go and what I want to do. And do I want to do like a carnival and pay the double? Do I want to do a Norwegian? I was surprised. Like the Encore is sailing out of Port Canaveral about the same time that I'm going to be there, and there's not any deals for solos. I've got to call them and see if I can create a deal, but we'll see. And then, of course, if I end up going from Miami, then I've got to put Scarlet Lady in there, because Shane, by the way, is going to be on 2 weeks from now on Cruise Amigos. Talked to him this morning. He popped in yesterday, which was nice, to say hello to Janine, one of his buddies. Everybody says to Jack, glad to hear the good news. Gretchen's here. Hard to type in motion. She's on the treadmill, I think, this morning. I saw that. Great to see Jason. Yeah, we had wasn't a bad signal. I mean, the audio was not as sound as it could have been. And at least my signal didn't screw up. But anyway, Nikki says we'll be on Mariner next month. Whoopee. Very good. Mariner, I've never been on Mariner, so there's another one that I'm looking at. I've got on the checkerboard here. I'm trying to dodge around, getting an MSC and what else I can do while I'm in the same port. Tom Henry says, I'm going with Bridgetown, Barbados. Ding, 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 ding. Tom Henry is correct. Very good, Tom. You win absolutely nothing. My thanks for the guests. Gretchen says, exercising with Chillie. You're an inspiration to us all. Wow. Boy, that's amazing. Gretchen says, yeah. I'd rather be drinking with Jason. So would I. And I sent Jason a picture of Aruba, of Carlton Ritz Resort in Aruba. I sent him a picture of that with the tagline that says, "Hey, I'll meet you and Jennifer at the bar at the Ritz Carlton Aruba." I said, "Damn, I wish that was the truth." And so he got a kick out of that one. Nikki says, Tom Henry, are you in Florida? I think Tom's back in Virginia, isn't he? Sonny's with us out in Mississippi. Hello, everybody. Jack says, I'm on NCL Pearl from Miami to Bahamas on January 14th, 2022. Book and sail with me. Nice. NCL Pearl. I didn't see that. Must only be there for a short period of time. I did not see that when I was looking at Miami. I spent more time looking at Port Canaveral. I'll put that on my list, Jack, to look at. I don't know if I can go that early yet because of the oxygen situation. I'm looking more likely toward March. End of February to early March is what I'm targeting at this point, maybe mid-March even. Carol says, I'm not sure you'll be satisfied with the food on MSC. I'm not that picky. I'm really not. As a matter of fact, give me a good salad. I'm good. And a burger. And yeah, Tom Henry says, I guess Chillie won't want to join me on November 21st gym for $147. Wow. With the rates he is seeing. I would love to join you on the gym in November, but the bottom line is they don't want me yet. Almost all the cruise lines, they don't do this publicly, but privately, they'll say, wait till March, please. So I'm okay with that. So you find a deal like that in March, Tom, I'll be all over it with any of you guys. When you got something going March, April, late February, I might be able to push it a little, but definitely into March. And probably what I'm going to do is I'm thinking back to back to back. I'm thinking at least 3 in a row of some magnitude. And I don't really care where they go. I mean, I've been most places at one time or another. Elizabeth says, I've never heard a good word about the food on MSC ever. I've had some reports of that it wasn't that bad. I've had some that was awful too. So, I mean, it's different style food than we're used to on most American cruises is one of the main differences. It's definitely European flavor to it. Katie's with us. And I'll be perfect. I mean, you know me, I'm going to be honest as hell whatever happens. Katie says, congratulations. Thank you, Katie, very much. I need to get a hold of your cousin now so we can get a report from him one day on the Encore up in Alaska and how bad the weather was up there. I know our other buddy from up out there in Oregon was on Alaska this past week and got in the snow. It was snowing. When she was was that Juneau or Ketchikan, one or the other, when she was there, it was actually snowing in port. Sonny says hi to everybody. Awesome on the 1 million views. Congratulations. Thank you, Elizabeth. Beautiful ships, MSC, and lovely decor and cabins, but the food, not so much. Carol's been on them, so I realize that that's why I'm wondering about doing the long 10 or 11 days, except the shorter ones. I'm not sure I can get everything done I want to do in 3 days as far as my filming and all that. That's a stretch, because I mean, a new ship takes me a while to get acclimated and find out where I'm going, and then to set up when and how I'm going to tape it, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to risk a longer one just because of the different opinions on food. I don't know. Emma and some of our European folks love MSC, love the Meraviglia, in particular. Nikki says leg warmers. Yeah, I'm a big fat guy. I don't have leg warmers. They're be impossible for me to get on. I have a sock puller to help put socks on, but I don't know about leg warmers. I've never done that. Sonny says, good thing I can say about MSC cruise I took is the crew worked so very, very hard. That's one of the things I've heard about this. The service is just outstanding. But I tell you what, the one thing I feel it's so important to solo travelers that somebody gives you a straight up deal and doesn't charge you double. I hate that. And Carnival does that most all the time. I got a decent deal on a Holland American once. I got a decent deal on a Norwegian once. Norwegian, of course, has solo cabins on some ships, but that doesn't mean the rate is necessarily straight up. There's usually some kind of a supplement that's added on. This is zero supplement, folks. Zero. Nothing. If a couple goes, they pay, if it's $200, then the two people pays $400. One person pays $200 for the same space. Jack says, I have no doctor hospital visits this week, just PT at home. Very good. That's terrific news. Next week is different. You guys got going back to doctors again. That sucks. I know the feeling well. Congratulations to Jack and to me. Thank you very much, Sonny. Mr. Bucket List is with us. Hey. All right. Here's somebody. Now, Mr. Bucket List is like me. He's fluffy, portly. I'm not calling myself fat. I don't like to call anybody else fat. I'm fat. So, and he says that food on MSC isn't terrible, just not amazing. And I think that's a very honest opinion. Sonny says she agrees with Carol on MSC food. Johnny said food and Yacht Club is good if you upgraded. Wow. Well, of course, the Yacht Club. Yeah, I thought Yacht Club's different. Mr. Bucket List says, I felt the same way about taking a short cruise with them, but the ship has a really good layout and the low crowds make it even better. Well, that's true. And of course, by next spring, maybe the numbers are going to start going up on how many they're booking too. I don't know. I mean, I can't do anything short term yet. I know that. But if starting to look ahead now to March, then I got a shot. Maybe I'll do a short one the first time on MSC, on one or the other of the ships. I don't know. We'll see. Carol says, I'm a solo travel and we should get better pricing. Oh, man, I completely agree with that one. Every time I talk with somebody from one of the cruise lines about it, that's one of the subjects I come up with. When are you guys going to recognize that there is a major portion of the cruise industry space now that's made up of solo travelers? And COVID has made it, has added to that, because there's a lot of folks out there that unfortunately have lost their partner through COVID, is one of the number. So there's going to be more of us that are solo even now, even as we get past the pandemic, whenever that is. So, the cruise lines need to do something other than hitting you double the price. I mean, I refuse. If I have to pay a full double the price, I'm probably not going to go. I'll tell you that right up. I mean, my Scottish soul won't let me do that. All right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Tom Henry, congratulations on getting Barbados, Bridgetown, Barbados, for Elizabeth's quiz this morning on a port. I'll probably have another one tomorrow. I have several stuck away just for days like this. And who knows what will happen tomorrow. Of course, Cindy and Pittsburgh Jason will be in Aruba. And Jason's going to be at a resort in Aruba. I like the sound of that. We'll see. Anyway, that's going to wrap me up for today, folks. You guys have a terrific day. I'm off to good old pulmonary PT. Get a little exercise. So you guys have a terrific day. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And we'll meet on a cruise ship one day soon. I promise you. This is the old fat travel guy. Have a terrific day. See you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Tuesday Travel and Cruise Industry News. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.